Louisiana beer reviews. We're looking at Stella Artois Midnight Lager.
I know absolutely nothing about this other than it's in a dark brown bottle. Go ahead, Jay. Tell us about it.
Okay, it's in a dark brown bottle. Looks black on video. It was introduced in November 2019, but they had the early release in October in New York to kind of push it. It's 5.4% alcohol. They use dark roasted malt to get it dark, and the hops are Hercules and Saz. And they use water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. No rice, no corn.
So you're starting your No Shave November, huh?
Well, my high school team is still in the playoffs, so I said I wasn't going to shave until they lost. So if it gets really long, that means they're the state champs.
Me too. I'm not shaving until my team loses too. Okay.
Till they win, which you may never shave.
So,
All right.
is this a twist off?
No.
Okay. Can you left the follow up right there? We were kind of getting things together and
Setting up the
we
button guys
got
on.
the really good bartender bottle opener. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us compliments of the Jameson Whiskey Company. Got this with a bottle of Jameson one holiday season. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and crack this open, and it's in a dark brown bottle. So I'm open. Oh, that's the color the bottle is. All right. So go ahead and.
Now, I did a solo review and posted it already.
That means I get more. Smells interesting. Yeah, you get a whole lot of carbonation off of this.
Now, when I poured it, I got a pretty thick head, but I had a narrow glass.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about these glasses. These glasses, the shape they're perfect for tasting beer because it allows it to dissipate.
The new Belgium glasses. Yeah. So it's brown, nearly black, depending on how the light's in it, and then a beige head.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, the style glass is called a porter glass.
A what?
Porter glass.
Oh, okay.
So we're drinking in something that's reminiscent of a porter. In the same vessel. Smells like. I don't know, it doesn't really have like prominent notes.
I just pick up some like bread crust.
Well, let's for the record, Stella is one of those beers that are just ultra clean. They don't really have anything going on with them other than it's just a clean, crisp, tasting light beer.
And before we got this, the only Stella beer we got was Stella Artois, which started as a Christmas special in the 1920s and then became their mainstream. A lot of these companies in Europe make a whole portfolio, and we get the little triples. I sent you that on that Tiger beer, remember?
Right.
Let me think, what was I going to say? Oh, now the Stella Artois is made with corn, maize, but this is not. Okay, so,
all right.
Ready for the taste? Cheers.
Go ahead. Cheers.
Get that dark roasted malt.
Yeah.
Now, they were talking on the website about chocolate and coffee notes, and I do notice that.
I'm getting them too, but it's not like you would say with a Founder's Breakfast Stout.
No. This is a Schwartz beer. But it does have some similarities in flavor, I said, to the Guinness Extra Stout.
So since you brought it's a Schwartz beer, can you tell our audience what a Schwartz beer is?
Yeah, black beer.
There you have it.
A lager.
So wouldn't American black beers be Schwartz beers as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's just kind of a style that started in Germany.
This is thin. It's almost like a porter to me.
They talked about on the website the body was thin. And I found it was just medium.
It's real drinkable. I think it's thin.
So you're saying it's like a Baltic porter?
Kinda, yeah, but Baltic porter's got more of a robustness to it. This is very close to a Baltic porter, which is just a lager, correct?
It is a lager, yeah. All the other porters are ales. It's clean. I mean, it's crisp. It's easy
It's
drinking.
totally clean. Yeah.
It's kind of like
you
a.
can get carried away with these.
It's
So they
sort
go down so quick.
I think it's a dark beer that they made for the mass market for people that aren't used to dark beers to try out, not scaring them away maybe.
So how does this match up against, say, like your Heineken, your dark Heineken?
Well, that was more like an amber lager, so that's hard to say. You know, Heineken Dark wasn't particularly dark. I miss it because I never see it. Heineken Dark was more similar to Dos Equis Amber, I thought. So this is more like the Kostritzer Schwarz beer, but that's only like 4%. This is 5.4. And you know, even the Modelo Negro is more amber than dark. I mean, this thing is dark. They really roasted the malts on this one. So Chris, finished me. I mean, I already scored it on my solo review, so I don't want to say anything. Well, how would you score it? It was $14.99 a 12-pack. I figure that's a decent price.
I'm tasting like a wee bit honey at the end, but it's still forward on my palate, which is strange.
Yeah,
It's got that graininess, slight graininess to it. I can't really put my finger on what the
like
grain
cereal
is.
grain, barley.
Not really
That's
barley.
the only grain they use. And
Well, they must did some magic to the barley because it does taste like barley to me. I gotta give it an A, a solid A.
oh yeah.
It's a real good beer.
Do you remember they made that beer called Beck Sapphire about 6 years ago, 7
No.
years ago? You don't remember that one? It didn't last. That was an unusual one in a black bottle. Anyway, that was a different style. I said it was an A when I did the initial review. I gave it a 90. I think I said a 93 out of 100.
I'll score it higher. I give it a 95. Yeah, it's there's just nothing unpleasant about it, and that's usually what it'll take. That's usually where I start my grades at. I expect every beer to be outstanding,
And then you start
and then
detracting.
I start deducting from, okay, it's not this, it's not that, it's not this. The only thing I found a little unpleasant about it has almost like a slight freezer burn to it.
Freezer burn. Man, if I taste a freezer burn, I'd give it a C minus.
It's very slight.
I notice you're sensitive about that taste.
Yeah, I've tasted that in a couple of beers.
I never tasted a
Usually-
beer that tasted like freezer
Yeah, I
burn.
usually get it in ice beers, but it's so subtle in this. And, I don't know if they used, that technique in making this because the alcohol got pumped up a little bit.
Yeah, so it like you're saying, it's so drinkable that you could run into trouble at 5.4. You start drinking a bunch, you could get it.
Yeah, it's just any beers, if you start slamming them.
Right, but it'd be a lot less dangerous like a Michelob Ultra Gold at 3.8.
Yeah, that's a real drinkable beer. That's pleasant too.
Yeah. All right, so Les Le Bon Ton Relais, an interesting product that will be around, they say, till December 31st, 2019, and it'll probably bring it back. Now, they said about 9 years ago in Europe, they had what they call Stella Artois Dark, similar to this, and it didn't last. We're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana, to Jefferson Parish.
And get back to the basics on good beer.
Yeah.